Liverpool's chase for one of the Premier League's most sought-after forwards could be entering a crucial phase. After weeks of speculation and a high-profile bid being knocked back, fresh movement behind the scenes suggests the situation may be shifting in the Reds' favour. What once looked like a dead end might now be opening into a genuine opportunity. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Alisson is expected to start for Liverpool against Bournemouth on Friday, making his 300th Reds appearance in the process. Arne Slot's champions host the Cherries on Friday evening, getting the 2025/26 Premier League season up and running. Liverpool go into the new campaign as title favourites, narrowly ahead of Arsenal and Man City. But Bournemouth will provide a stern opening test. Alisson will reach his triple century of Reds matches if he features at Anfield, becoming the 7th Reds goalkeeper to reach the landmark and the first since Pepe Reina. Meanwhile, Joe Gomez will make it 150 Liverpool appearances if he plays, while Wataru Endo could make his 50th league outing. Mohamed Salah has missed his last 2 penalties for Liverpool, but if he scores from the spot against Bournemouth, he will become their record penalty scorer in league history. It would be his 35th spot kick for the Reds in total, overtaking Billy Liddell's tally of 34. Salah needs 3 goals in all competitions at Anfield to move into 4th place on the club's all-time list, alongside Liddell on 137. Elsewhere, should Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo or Dominic Szoboszlai score, they will join 15 other players in Liverpool history to have scored on all 7 days of the week. The last player to do so was Virgil van Dijk last season. The last 4 league meetings with Bournemouth have seen Liverpool win all 4 by an aggregate score of 12-1. The Reds have won 10 and drawn the other out of the last 11 Anfield encounters in League and Cup, and they have won 19 of the previous 24 encounters in all competitions, suffering 2 losses. Liverpool's biggest win against Bournemouth was a 9-0 thrashing at Anfield in August 2022, with Scott Parker sacked 3 days later. The Reds have scored in 15 of the 16 league encounters and kept 10 clean sheets, including 9 in the last 12 clashes. Liverpool are undefeated on the opening day in the last 12 seasons, 9 wins and 3 draws, since a 3-0 defeat at West Brom in the first game under Brendan Rodgers. The Reds have scored at least twice in 8 of the last 9 opening day outings. Since joining Liverpool, Salah has scored in 7 of Liverpool's 8 opening fixtures, only missing out 2 seasons ago at Chelsea. His tally of 9 goals in the first game is a Premier League record, scored in just 700 minutes of football. This will be the first time that Liverpool have begun a league campaign at Anfield since 2020, when Salah scored a hat-trick in the 4-3 win over Leeds. Bournemouth's 2 victories over Liverpool in all meetings both came at home, a 4-3 win in December 2016 after trailing 3-1 and a 1-0 victory in March 2023, with Philip Billing scoring the only goal. The latter is the only time they have kept a league clean sheet against the current Premier League champions. Bournemouth have gained 1 point from their 8 league trips to Anfield. Since the 2-2 draw in April 2017, they have scored 3 times in 12 league meetings, while conceding 40. They have not scored more than once in any of the last 13 meetings with Liverpool in League and Cup, and have lost 12 of the last 13 clashes with the Reds in all competitions. No Bournemouth player has ever scored more than once in any game against them. Now, in a huge Isak to Liverpool breakthrough, Liverpool's title defence begins under the Friday night lights, with Arne Slot's men welcoming AFC Bournemouth to Anfield for an 8 p.m. kick-off. The first game of the season brings with it a buzz of anticipation, not only for the points on offer, but for the possibility of competitive debuts for some of the club's newest recruits. While the Reds have already been busy in the market, the summer transfer window is far from over. There's still an air of unfinished business, and few names have dominated the rumour mill quite like Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, Liverpool's pursuit of the Swedish forward is very clear-cut. They'll only re-enter talks with Newcastle if they believe a deal is truly within reach. The Magpies have already rejected a £110 million bid earlier this summer, and unless their stance shifts, Anfield won't be seeing another offer. Speaking on the Born and Red podcast, Jacobs explained, Liverpool, if they're back in talks with Newcastle, are only coming to collect Alexander Isak. They're not coming to be speculative, they're not coming for a back and forth. Liverpool are only going to come back to the table if they know that Isak is happening. If there is a development club to club, I think Liverpool fans can get very excited very quickly. From the roar of Anfield to the ripple of transfer speculation, Liverpool's season opener promises to set the tone for what could be another thrilling campaign. In other news, Mark Guehi has reportedly made it aware to Crystal Palace that he wants to join Liverpool this summer, with talks ongoing between the two clubs. Arne Slot would not be drawn on speculation over a move for Palace captain Guehi on Thursday, reminding reporters that he's not our player. But behind the scenes, there are negotiations taking place for a deal which would make the 25-year-old Liverpool's 10th signing of the summer. Progress has not been as swift as with Parma's Giovanni Leone, who is undergoing a medical on Thursday, but both parties are confident an agreement will be reached. That is according to the Mail's Lewis Steele, who reports this despite Liverpool's proposed offer of £30 million plus £5 million in add-ons falling short of Palace's valuation. While it has been suggested that Guehi is more likely to stay at Selhurst Park for the season, at this stage, Chairman Steve Parish has admitted a sale is necessary to avoid him leaving on a free transfer next summer. Furthermore, the Times' Paul Joyce reports that Palace are already aware that their number 6 is eager to join the Premier League champions. Liverpool could of course wait a year and bring Guehi in without paying a transfer fee, but their desire for another experienced centre-back and Palace's need to generate funds makes that appear an unrealistic conclusion. Instead, the chances are that with the player himself wanting to join, Liverpool will eventually strike a deal with their Community Shield opponents. Palace are said to be seeking a fee of around £40 million, inflated by the sell-on clause held by Guehi's former club Chelsea, and it seems feasible that Liverpool could meet them in the middle. Any delay is likely to be caused by talks over the structure of any payments, not least the inclusion of performance-based add-ons, but Palace may seek to guarantee as much of the package as possible up front in order to reinvest this summer, having only spent a combined £2 million so far on goalkeeper Walter Benitez and left-back Borna Sosa. Steele credits Palace with an interest in Liverpool midfielder Harvey Elliott, who is valued at around £50 million, with Eberechi Eze, another player who could depart before the transfer window closes. All signs point towards this being a transfer saga, with a conclusion rather than a collapse. With Mark Guehi making his desire to join Liverpool clear, Crystal Palace's need to cash in, and both clubs engaged in ongoing negotiations, the pieces are aligning for a deal to happen. While the exact fee and payment structure remain sticking points, the mutual incentive, Liverpool's push for defensive reinforcement, and Palace's opportunity to reinvest, makes a breakthrough feel inevitable. If agreement is reached, Guehi's arrival could be one of the most significant moves of Liverpool's summer, strengthening Arne Slot's squad for the challenges ahead. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.